Does that trouble you?
It does trouble me. You can't define what's middle class, what is wealthy, what is poor. Every time you have a jump, people play games together on one side or another, and I think it's not fair to say that wealthy people don't pay their fair share. They pay a much higher percentage of their income. They have a higher rate than people who make less. The Buffett thing is just theatrics. If Warren Buffett made his money from ordinary income rather than capital gains, his tax rate would be a lot higher than his secretary's. And in fact, a very small percentage of people in this country pay a big chunk of the taxes. If you're going to raise taxes, you're going to have to raise taxes on everybody. I would suggest 2 or 3% on everybody. For the average person, that's $150. For the wealthy, it's a lot of money. But that's the only ways you're going to get something through Congress. It's also true that if you're going to cut back, and we cannot balance the budget, David, but without increasing revenues and reducing expenses. If you're going to reduce expenses, you have to reduce expenses for everybody. You have to take away some of the tax breaks for the wealthy, and you have to cut back on some entitlements. Because unless we do all of these things, it just doesn't work. And what's good theater and what's good politics isn't necessarily good economic policy.
You and Warren Buffett are both billionaires. You both have big public platforms in terms of when you speak, people listen. Do you think he's doing a disservice to the debate when the facts are that millionaires will pay on average a 29.1% of their income in federal taxes according to the Associated Press fact check?
Well, I think a lot of it's just theater. I think that it's more by economic policy, and we should look at what the real data is rather than just go and say one guy pays more than his secretary or doesn't.
Let me